Guys, it's Karen and today I have got a ColourPop haul for you. I have got 2 single eyeshadows, an eyeshadow palette and about 6 lip products. Thank you so much for bearing with me with the whole filming changes. The iPhone, it turns out, is much better than my camera. I'm just astounded by that, but the natural light also helps. So when I can, I'll film in here, but obviously on that last video with my orange top, it was definitely changing colour, which was a bit odd, and I can see that the sun is about to shine right at us, so we'll see how we get on. If I sound at all rushed or stressed, it's because I am. I finally started to get a bit of relief from my headache yesterday, so Sunday, and I was like, great, just in time for me to have a filming day on Monday as usual, but unfortunately Watson has been limping, and so I've made an emergency vet, cancelled the walker, and we've got the vet in half an hour, so I've got 15 minutes to do this video because I've got a feeling he'll need to go straight for x-ray, and if he doesn't, he's going to need to just little walks with me, so no walker. So yeah, a little bit stressed. Right, I'm going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to start with the Fail. This is the Flutterby eyeshadow palette. That's what it looks like. Really pretty. I've never had much luck with ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, but they seem to be very popular, so they're ones that I keep on trying. I say keep on trying, I think I've only had 2 or 3. I think this is my 3rd one. I love the packaging, you know, I love that they're cardboard, I love that they're small, they're not massive palettes, and I think they look really pretty. I've used this 2 or 3 times. There's a couple of things I don't like about it. I don't like that the mattes are very, very powdery. Like when you use them, you can see there's excess powder on the shadow that you have to kind of blow off or, you know, get rid of. And when you go into your eye, it deposits too much. So it's one of those that you need to tap. Some people might not be bothered by that, but I don't like shadows like that personally. It wouldn't be a deal breaker if I loved the colours, but it was just a sort of minor thing. Then I've used these 2 on my eyes on separate days, and I just thought they looked okay. And then I used this glitter one on top one day as well, and my eyes were irritated. 2 out of the 3 times I've used this, my eyes were irritated. Now, it might be because the shadows have got some red and purple pigments in there, because that does sometimes irritate my eyes, but not with every single eyeshadow, if that makes sense. You know, there are some red and purple eyeshadows I can use with no problem. So unfortunately, that is a fail and not one I'll be using again. The other 2 eyeshadows that I got, I do really like. I'm not sure I like this one enough to keep it. This one is called 6 AM. Hopefully I've got a picture or a video or something of me wearing it. Really, it's one of the Super Shock shadows, really pigmented, goes on lovely. It's a bit different in person to how I saw it on the website. To me, it looked a lot less sort of tangerine colour. It looked more peach and not quite so tangerine. And that's always the problem, isn't it? That's why I don't do many ColourPop hauls and I don't buy much ColourPop makeup, because I find that I'll get a haul and I don't know, 50% of it is not the colour I thought it was and I don't like it, you know. And so it's although it's inexpensive prices for the makeup, you've got to pay shipping, you sometimes got to pay customs, and so it ends up not being worth it if you're then not using the makeup. This one, I've actually hit pan in the middle already, and I've only used this twice. This is called Twitter Pated. This one is not one you can use on its own, I don't think. I tried to and it just didn't show up. But I used this as a top coat over a matte shadow and I thought it looked absolutely beautiful. So I do really like this one. But again, it's not really what I thought it was, because I thought it was going to be an eyeshadow I could use on its own. But I do like that one enough to keep it for sure. I just tried to move us out of the sun while still keeping the natural light. Okay, so I've got 2 lip liners. I know that I love their lip liners. They're really soft and creamy. They go on well, they stay well. There's a big range of colours. The problem is, exactly as I said with that eyeshadow palette, the colour to me is never exactly as I thought it was going to be. And especially with these 2, because if I show you those 2, let me just make sure I got this right. Yes, so like that. To me, this one is darker, is lighter, and this one is darker, but the tops are the opposite way round. The colours are the opposite way round, if you see what I mean. So this one is called BFF. That one there is called BFF, and then that one there is called Little One, and they're fairly similar. And neither of them are exactly as I thought, but I think the little one is closest, and that's the one that, to me, looks lighter on here. But I do like them. Like I said, I like the formula. I have two issues with these sticks. They do need to be sharpened a lot, but the main issue I have is that the tops often fall off. The tops always seem to be loose and you need to like push them right on, but I don't want to do that too much because I did that with one of them and the top ended up splitting and then it came off. But you do have to kind of press them firmly, but not too firmly, you know, and they end up coming off and being loose. And so you'll be looking for your lip liner and it will come out without the top on it, and that's kind of annoying. But I really like the formula, so happy with those. Okay, I have two liquid lipsticks and two Lippie sticks. I have used their liquid lipstick and Lippie sticks, both in matte and the cream formula, for years. And I know that a lot of people have a problem with these being too drying. They are drying, but I find liquid lipsticks to be drying. And most of the time, the way I get around that is by putting on a cream or moisturizing type lip product on top that's a bit of a sheer color. And in fact, that's the way I did it with this one. This one is called Midnight Snack, and I think you've seen me in this one. Have you? I'll put in a picture if I can, but yes, Midnight Snack followed by Slacker, because I bought the two cream ones in the Lippie sticks, and that just makes it perfect. It was a lovely color, really enjoyed it, and it took away the dryness. The only thing is, when I've got on a strong colour like I've got today, which is the other colour, it doesn't work quite so well, because when you put a colour on top, it doesn't make the liquid lipstick wear off, but it stops it being, you know, kind of coming off like that. So the minute I put something on top of this, it will mean that the very thing that I'm always scared about with bold lipsticks could happen. So I'll probably touch it and drag it across my face or something like that. But that's Midnight Snack, and that one is Slacker. And so I wore that with that on top. And these were exactly the colour I imagined them to be. This one is just pretty much Stila liquid lipstick in Caramello. And this Slacker was just a little bit different, a kind of really muted, dusty brick colour, you know. And I love it, really love it. And then this is the one that I'm wearing, and this is called Bumble, and I really like this one as well. But like I said, it does feel dry. And then this one is the one I don't like at all. And this is another one of those where I just thought the colour looked much lighter on the website. This is called Westie. And that's just, I think it's a beautiful colour, and I have tried it a couple of times, but it's just not for me. I think that colour just makes me look really washed out. That's everything I got from ColourPop. So I wanted to let you know that I didn't pay customs charge on this, and I've no idea why. I don't believe I did. I know that ColourPop, unless they've literally just changed it and haven't updated their website, they don't charge you custom charges at their end for the UK, because you can do that with maybe Beautylish, I think, does that. And certainly when we could order from Sephora, that used to happen. Too Faced does it as well. You know, you pay all your custom charges up front, and so you get your parcel immediately. ColourPop's advice on their website is to break it down into small parcels. So if you're ordering 8 things, to put in 4 orders when they do the free international shipping, that is, to put in small orders under £15, and then you don't get charged, but you have to wait for lots of different parcels and they could get lost and whatnot. And that's what I was going to do with this order, actually, because they had free shipping. However, the free international shipping was on orders over $50, so it actually wasn't worth it. The total I spent was $81. And when I look at the breakdown, it was $61 for the products, and then it said standard rate, what was it, $17 or something like that. I'm assuming that was some kind of VAT, and not, you know, custom charges. And I think it was just luck that I didn't pay custom charges. I was totally expecting to get the little card through the door to say I needed to pay it or go and collect it or whatever, you know, but I didn't get that. So like I said, I don't know if that's luck. Let me know how many of you have ordered from ColourPop and have been stung with the charges, because they're quite high. You know, it's normally like £8 plus £12 admin charge, so 20 quid on top of, you know, what you've already paid. And I have to say, if there was free shipping on any amount and we didn't have to pay custom charges, I would be ordering from ColourPop constantly. And I don't know of anywhere that's selling it in the UK yet. Again, let me know, because sometimes that happens and it's not well enough advertised, or I don't watch enough videos to know, because that would be much better. You wouldn't feel like, you know, I wouldn't feel so hard done by when the colours aren't what I want, you know, like with that Westie. I try to buy things that I can see in person, but like I said, if it was a lot cheaper, then I'd probably order a lot more, because I do really like a lot of the ColourPop stuff. So so I hope that was useful for you. Let me know what you've been loving from ColourPop lately, and I hope I didn't sound too rushed, like I said, and I hope this footage is okay. I've had so many disasters where YouTube is concerned the last little while. It's like, is somebody trying to tell me something? You know, like, I ran out of space on my hard drive. I've got an external hard drive that I put all my videos on, because otherwise my computer just slows down. I've got a Mac. That ran out, so I had to buy another bigger storage. And then my SD card, all the footage was just, it wouldn't transfer over. Then I managed to figure out that the lighting was better in here, because my lighting just seemed to be so off. Or I thought it was the lighting. Then I realised it was the phone. So I was filming in here with the phone and the camera, and then filming in the studio with both. Then trying to edit iPhone stuff, it was then all choppy, and that's because it's at a different frame rate. And oh my goodness, honestly, so many things going on. But hopefully I found a way around that. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, you'll bear with me with the sun coming in the shade. I'll have to figure it all out. I like this because it's, well, I like it from a kind of self-confidence point of view. It's more what I look like. I think the other stuff, the other filming makes me look odd, but also the colours are truer. You know, I can look at the colours I'm showing you there and go, yes, that is the colour. That's the exact colour, you know. And I normally spend hours trying to colour grade everything in Final Cut Pro, and probably making a poor job of it, you know. I put a post on Instagram about my headaches and saying, you know, that my husband said I can leave YouTube and will cope, basically, because I do earn, I mean, it's £400 or £500 I earn from YouTube. It's not a huge amount, but it's enough that I'm able to, you know, spend money on luxuries, if you like makeup and whatnot. And so he's quite happy for me not to do it. But I was saying that it's something that gives me motivation to get out of bed and to get glammed up. You know, otherwise I would probably just not bother with makeup. I wouldn't get up at the same time as my husband. I wouldn't be getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, it's what gets me out of bed. And so I do really, really enjoy it. But if things are sporadic, if you don't see any videos for a while, it's probably because of what's going on with Watson. Because like I said, I think he's probably going to be taken for X-ray now. And if he is, for his leg where he's limping, then we're going to have the endoscopy done at the same time, because he's due to have one of those as well because of his stomach problems. So yeah, I haven't left you. If I've gone, I'm just taking a little break, but hopefully it won't be required. So thank you so much for watching. Let me tell you what I'm wearing. I've got on the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation mixed with a little bit of the Mercier foundation because it wasn't the right colour. So yeah, I like that. On my cheeks, I've got Nars blush in Sin. On my lips, you know what I've got on my lips. On my eyes is the MAC pigment in Tan. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.